Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Music Gym's Instagram Live every Wednesday. I'm your instructor, Cleo, and I am your jazz and blues instructor, voice instructor for the evening. Let's just wait and see who jumps on. Hi guys, thanks for joining. I've got a very exciting set lined up for you tonight. Hello! I wonder if you're all Melbourne locked down. We've been locked down for God knows how long. I've actually lost count of the days. So I'm just looking forward to being able to perform for you all this evening. Thanks for tuning in. So we're going to hark it back tonight to a 1979 Walt Disney number, and for those of you who are not Disney fans, I don't want you to freak out and think that that's all I teach. We do a range of everything from 1940s onwards with the jazz and blues, but for me in particular, I wanted to pick out a number. I've just got some feedback, the volume might be too low, so I'm just going to turn it up. How's that sounding? Is that sounding a little bit better for you guys? We're going to cover a Walt Disney number. This one is from 1979. It's from my favorite Disney film, Lady and the Tramp. And this particular number was sung and covered by Peggy Lee. And it was particularly written for her. And she got paid by Walt Disney $1,000 to sing this song on the track. And Walt Disney had created a contract that said Disney would not reproduce this song for any profit after the film. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that story afterwards. But we're going to cover this one tonight, so if you have the lyrics in front of you, jump on and have a sing. I'm going to sing it for you first, and then I'm going to break it down. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Great to see you all. So this is a backing track that's performed by my band, Green Dolphin Street. So this is them playing for us. Okay, here we go. Tell me if it's too loud. But they love him, breaks a new heart every day. He's a tramp, they adore him, and I wish that I could travel his way. He's a tramp, he's a scoundrel, he's a rounder, he's a cat. He's a tramp, ooh, but I love him, yes, even I have got it pretty bad. You can't ever tell when he'll show up. He'll bring you plenty of trouble. I guess he's just this no-count pup, but I wish that he were double. He's a tramp, he's a rover, and there's nothing more to say. If he's a tramp, baby, he's a good one, and I wish that I could travel his way. So we're going to take a little break here, and basically what will happen is an instrumentalist would typically take the lead in jazz and probably play all the way through from the first verse to maybe the bridge, and then you'd come in on the chorus. But in this particular piece, we've got an A and a B section. So we're singing all the way through the A section, and we're going to come in on the bridge, which is, you'll never know when he'll show up. So it's coming now. You can't ever tell when he'll show up. He'll bring you plenty of trouble. I guess he's just this no-count pup, but I wish that he were double. So, like I said, we've got an A section and a B section. The B section is where you hear the change, where it goes the can't ever tell when he'll show up. He gives you plenty of trouble. So that's like another tone there. And then we've got the first verse, which is the A section. And then each time you hear that, there's two of them. So it goes A, A, B, A. Okay? So you've only got one section where you change. So in this vibe, He's a Tramp. I don't know if you've seen the 1970 Disney cartoon, but Peggy is actually a dog that's at the pound, and she is this sassy Bichon Frise, I think, and she's got all this fur and she's like chucking it around. So it's a sassy song. So you've already got to have a tone about you that's like, I'm the boss, right? And then when you start singing it, he's a tramp, it's all about throwing in a little bit of swing. So you've got this 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to try and swing on the offbeat. So to go 1, he's a tramp. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. He's a tramp, but they love him. Breaks a new heart every day. He's a tramp, they adore him, and I wish that I could travel his way. Okay, so in the film as well, it's a very American accent, and not all jazz songs sound typically American style, but one thing I've been coming across a lot with teaching in general and my students lately is if they're singing a song that's by an American writer, they're singing with an American accent. And there's a way to tweak that so it's not as, I suppose, harsh. But also, in a lot of jazz, there is a lot of American accent. So what you want to kind of do is round out the and instead of being like it's like So you're kind of moving your tongue and rolling it against the back of your, like your soft palate. He's a tramp, but they love him. Take breaks, a new heart. Kind of like that, right? It takes a bit of getting used to. So we're going to go from the top. We're going to have a swing. We're going to try and go on the offbeat. And guys, feel free, if you've got any questions for me at any time, except for when I'm singing probably. If you want to ask me some questions, go ahead, ask. I'm happy to answer anything I can. And we'll go from the top here and we'll take it through the first two sections, which are both AA. So, here we go. What a dog. He's a tramp, but they love him. Breaks a new heart every day. He's a tramp, they adore him, and I wish that I could travel his way. Repeat, he's a tramp, he's a scoundrel, he's a rounder, he's a cat. He's a tramp, but I love him, yes, even I have got it pretty bad. Alright, so that's the first two sections. If you've just joined in and you guys don't know what song we're learning, this is a Walt Disney classic from Lady and the Tramp. This is Peggy Lee, who is a very famous jazz singer, doing He's a Tramp, and she was especially commissioned for this film to sing it. She got paid $1,000 outright, and she was not meant to make any royalties on the film whatsoever. But Walt Disney promised he wouldn't make any extra copies of the film. And what ended up happening essentially was come the anniversary of the film, Walt Disney made VHS copies, and Peggy Lee sued him for it and won by $2.3 million. So this has not got a great ending, but it's such a classic song and it's my favourite Disney song. So there's a little history for you. So aside from that, we've just sung an A, and now we're going to a B section. So the B section is the bridge, where it changes, and you'll feel it coming in the music. You'll hear it in the lead up. This is, you can't ever tell when he'll show up. He'll bring you plenty of trouble. I guess he's just this no-count pup, but I wish that he were double. So the song has this kind of tongue-in-cheek about it, and I think you need to read the lyrics ahead of singing it to know if you're going to play with that part or if you're going to sing it straight. But ultimately, if you want to communicate to an audience or a listener, you need to inject some kind of vibe into what you're singing. If you read the lyrics ahead of time and you find a way of connecting to it, that's going to make the song so much more emotive before you've even thought about how you're going to sing it, because you've got a connection to it. So we're going to go in here, and this is that B section. Can't ever tell, he'll show up, he'll bring you plenty of trouble. I guess he's just this no-count pup, but I wish that he were double. He's a tramp. Back to the A. He's a rover, and there's nothing more to say. If he's a tramp, baby, he's a good one, and I wish that I could travel his way. Yeah, I wish that I could travel his way. Oh, so we've got the instrumental again. So what we want to do here, if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to click on the 2 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. Now you're swinging 4, 4, 2, 4. Here we go. We go back into the A section. Or B. You can't ever tell when he'll show up. He'll bring you plenty of trouble. I guess he's just this no-count pup, but I wish that he were double. He's a tramp, he's a rover, and there's nothing more to say. If he's a tramp, baby, he's a good one, and I wish that I could travel his way. Yeah, I wish that I could travel his way. I wish that I could travel his way. So, I think if you had to take some key learnings from that, and from that song in particular, it's the rolling of your R's is not where you crunch on it. It's in jazz anyway, rolling of the R is So you're pushing your tongue forward to your soft palate. So he's a tramp, he's a rounder. So you're going like that. It's going to take a while. It looks quite literally like, but that's what you're doing in a really soft way on your soft palate in your mouth. The other thing is clicking on the 2 and 4. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And the other thing would be reading lyrics almost before you're about to sing a song to find some connection and some playfulness possibly, or some like solemnness or melancholy, or find what the undertone of the song is before you perform it so that you can get into the vibe. So before even singing in tune, before you even worry about articulation or anything, make sure you understand what the essence of the song is, and make sure that you know how you want to convey it to an audience, and then start with that, because that's confidence, and everyone's attracted to that as a performance before it is about, the actual volume or the sound or the articulation. So, okay, you guys have any questions for me? I think I might move into some other songs possibly. It's great great to see so many of you online tonight. Just checking in to see if there's any questions I've missed. Don't think there are. Excellent. All right. Well then, the next song that I've got for you is the thing is hard to do. It is. Actually, there's a few things that are hard to do. I think you got to treat your mouth like an acoustic room and start experimenting with where you place your tongue and where you push your air, because I think everyone just assumes it just comes straight out like this. But you could go and get an that sounds different every time. So I think that the idea is to just muck around. You'll feel like a fool, but do it in the mirror and just try. Connection going on. Hello, can everyone see me? Just checking because I think the video paused for a second. Okay, aside from talking, I'm going to move on. This next song that I've got for you is it was originally titled In Other Words. I wonder if you know what that's going to be. And it was originally released as a bossa nova, and it was released in 1954. Here we go. Thumbs up to all of you tonight. Thanks for joining us. I hope you can hear it well. Fly me to the moon, let me play among them stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, take my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Ooh, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. And in other words, I love you. All right, guys, so I've got a little bit of time here to remind you that if you'd like to do a singing lesson, we have a 5-pack singing lesson available, 45 minutes each, via Zoom at the moment, and it's our lockdown sale, so you get 20% off, and they're reduced to $270. So you get 5 lessons for $270, private, on Zoom, with singing instructor or guitar or piano. So have a look on themusicgym.com.au. All right, I need to focus because we're going to come back in shortly. So my keyboardist Noel, who's playing right now, is playing the entire song all the way through from beginning to end, and then we're going to come in at the top. Here we go. Ooh, fly me to the moon, let me play among them stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, Darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Oh, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. And in other words, ooh, in other words, in other words, I love you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining in. So good to see so many people on Instagram Live tonight. We're obviously coming live to you from, thank you, Victoria, and it is in lockdown. So this is the highlight of my week, getting an opportunity to jump on and sing for all you guys. I hope it sounds good and that you are enjoying yourselves. And if you missed out on what we learned before, it was from Lady and the Tramp. He's a tramp. But of course, you can always learn these songs privately with the Music Gym by jumping on and having a look at our lockdown pack. 5 voice lessons for $270 is amazing. Hello, Cam. You get a special wave. Okay, so moving on. I'm going to do a 1953 number for you now. This is another Peggy Lee number. You can tell that I'm a big fan. And this was released, by Decca Records in 1953. Here we go. I'm feeling mighty lonesome, haven't slept a wink. I walk the floor and watch the door, in between I drink black coffee. Since the blues caught my eyes, I'm hanging out on Monday, my Sunday dreams to dry. Talking to the shadows from 1 o'clock till 4. And Lord, how slow the moments go. All I do is pour black coffee. Since the blues caught my eye, hanging out on Monday, my Sunday dreams to dry. B section, right? Now man is born to go loving, yeah. Woman's born to weep and fret. Oh, to stay at home and tend her oven. Yeah, well, drown her past regrets in coffee and cigarettes. Well, I'm mooning all the morning, morning all the night. And Hey guys, thanks for joining. I see there's some new people that have just come in. And yes, Prissy DJ, I love that you like the tips that I'm giving. So thanks for your interaction. Yeah, the whole thing now, I think if you listen, you can hear me doing the, like my tongue is kind of sitting up like this against my soft palate. It's not flat, but sometimes when I'm singing like other Ella Fitzgerald numbers, I can't think right now, but maybe things that have like cheek to cheek, like heaven, when we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek. There are some times where you have to flatten your tongue and like keep a nice sort of like E shape in your mouth. But for these songs mainly, and the ones that I've selected this evening, you'll find that your tongue is kind of arching over the soft palate, and you can kind of roll your R's a little bit better. All right. So this next number that I've got for you was written by Cole Porter, and it is from 1936. It's a very early classic, done in a million different ways, and I'm sure it will get under your skin. This is my band, Green Dolphin Street, playing the backing for us from lockdown. Give you guys away. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in that part of me. So you're really a part of me. I How's it sounding out there? I'm seeing so much love, so thank you. But feel free to ask me any questions, because that's what these live info nights / music lessons are for. So we can interact and you can get maximum learning for minimal cost. But if you want to do a singing lesson, of course, jump on at themusicgym.com.au and book a 5-lesson pack. You can pick any instructor you want. You can change your instructor from week to week, and it's valued at the moment 20% off. So you get 5 lessons for $270, and it doesn't have to be just voice. You could do guitar or piano or voice, so really good value. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. Okay, so this next one is one of my favorites, but I'm just looking, where can I give you some info on it? This is Frank Sinatra. Well, my favorite version is Frank Sinatra. And it probably doesn't need any introduction, really. You'll recognize it straight away. Here we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's it. I gave it away already. Oops. I get no kick from champagne. Well, mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some get a kick from cocaine. That's the lyrics. I'm sure that if I even took one sniff, that it would, well, bore me terrifically too. But I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously don't adore me. Well, some get a kick on a plane. Oh, flying too high with some guy in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. But I get a kick out of you. Alright, so I love these moments where I get a little bit of time to like debrief, where we're talking about singing on the offbeat. Oh, well, having that offbeat, the 1, 2, 4, 2, 4. That's everything with this song, because you kind of want to do the kick on the offbeat, so the kick should come on the 2. It will come eventually too, but if you're trying to keep the time, 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. Key is everything as well with singing jazz. This key might not be your key, and you might be feeling a bit discouraged, but I'd recommend experimenting with as many keys of the song that you want to learn as possible, and find where it sits in the register for you. Okay, so we're coming in at the B section. All right. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously don't adore me. Some get a kick on a plane. Sometimes it happens that you just misjudge the ending. I thought I was going in for a double ending there, which happens often as well. Okay, so this next song is going to be my last one. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the evening so far. It's been an absolute pleasure doing an Instagram live for you. All the backing tracks you've heard this evening have been performed by my band Green Dolphin Street, and hopefully once lockdown is over we can get back to playing at Club Voltaire. We would love to see all your faces there. The backing's been played by Noel Kennedy and Carl Howman, and if you would like to do music lessons with myself or with any of the other vocal instructors, we don't just do jazz, obviously, we do pop and rock and whatever you want to learn. Jump onto themusicgym.com.au, purchase a 5-lesson pack for $270. It's 20% off at the moment, so it's great value. And get yourself some Zoom lessons, and that's a great way of knowing whether you want to actually start in, doing it full on. So this last song that I have for you this evening is, okay, so I was doing a bit of Googling on it. It is a Latin song. The instrumental is Latin. The lyrics were originally written in Spanish, and the person who wrote the song was Cuban. So we've got like this kind of hot metropolis. It's a Doris Day number, and it is called Perhaps. I was just trying to remember what the Spanish version of it was, but anyway. Here we go. This is my last evening. Thank you. Last song for the evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Won't admit you love me, and so how am I ever to know? You only tell me perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. A million times I've asked you, and then I ask you over again. You only answer perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. If you can't make your mind up, we'll never get started. And I don't wanna wind up being parted and broken hearted. Oh, so if you really love me, say yes. But if you don't, dear, well, confess. And please don't answer perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. So we've got another solo here, and it's going to play itself all the way through to the B section, which, when we say B, in this song will be the chorus, because it's the, if you can't make your mind up, it's where you feel the change come. So the first verse and the second verse are both A sections. Then you've got the B section, which is where the chorus comes in, and then it will probably go back to the A section, traditionally speaking. Here we go. If you can't make your mind up, we'll never get started. I don't want to wind up being parted and broken hearted. Oh, so if you really love me, say yes. But if you don't, dear, confess. And please don't answer perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. That is all I have for you this evening, my lovelies. Thank you so much for tuning into our Instagram Live. Every Wednesday at 7:30 you will see a different instructor giving you tips and tricks on everything that they teach about their instrument, whether it be voice, guitar or piano. I hope you got something this evening from my lesson. And if you want the lyrics, you can find them on Google. But yes, the one we specifically learned this evening, because if this is going to get reposted on the Music Gym and you want to find it, the one we were learning was He's a Tramp, 1979, Walt Disney, from the classic Lady and the Tramp. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe in lockdown, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. All right.